Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. When you hear Buena Park, you probably think about Knott's Berry Farm, and it's no small wonder because it is a big attraction in the city. Brings a lot of dollars to the city because of the surrounding area, the hotels, all of that stuff that's going on. Dr. Elizabeth Swift is the mayor, and she's here to tell us more about that and other things. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, it's my pleasure. I love talking about Buena Park. It's my hometown. My husband and I have lived there our whole lives, and so
Since it was mostly cows.
That's right.
Yeah, used to be lots of pastures back then.
And a berry farm, which literally raised berries and became the amusement park, Knott's Berry Farm.
And the changes continue today. Some really big changes that are expected to bring fun for the whole family, because all those roller coasters, they kind of get away from the little kids.
That's right. And so what they are in the process of doing right now, they've taken out the ride called Perilous Plunge, which was very steep and also a very short
perilous,
ride.
Probably.
It was. And it required a lot of space. They've taken that out, and in that same space they're putting 3 family-oriented rides. So I'm anxious to take my grandkids there.
Using that space more wisely. What does Knott's Berry Farm mean to the surrounding area, to the city in terms of tax dollars?
Well, it's a destination for people, and a lot of people in the downturn of the economy can't afford to go on trips far away, so they've been doing staycations, vacations at home, and we have actually had quite a few people, more than usual, come to Knott's Berry Farm, and it's also an affordable alternative to Disneyland, because the prices are a little more reasonable.
Taking a little poke at your neighbor. But you know, it is those fun family vacations that the children remember. You try to get fancy, but they remember things like Knott's Berry Farm.
And they love Camp Snoopy, and of course the older kids love all the roller coasters that are there.
Of course, it's not all fun and games when you're the mayor and you're overseeing, you know, children and families. You have an initiative, the Let's Read About It program. The Let's Read About It program. Tell us what that is.
We're trying to get as many people in the city and groups and charitable organizations working together to help parents and neighbors and grandparents realize that little kiddos need to come to school starting kindergarten already hearing lots of words, having been read to, having held crayons and pencils, so that they aren't behind from the first day of school, because unless they've had that input in their first 5 years, they'll have more difficulty.
And with your background in education, it is a wonderful idea, but how does a city, how does the mayor get that idea out to the people to embrace?
Well, I do talk about it quite a bit, and then groups like the Rotary Club is working on a project where they have handmade bags, cloth bags made by another group in the city, the Acacia Quilt Guild, and stuffed with books from the Women's Club. And they give those books and bags to mothers of new babies. And it has a reference book for them telling them about brain development, and then a little board book, a little touch and feel book written in Spanish and English, so that they'll start reading to their babies from the very first day.
Got to start somewhere. Now, we only have about 30 seconds, but give us a list of some of the events that are coming up in the city that people can look forward to.
Well, this month we have Egg Extravaganza, Easter egg hunt at Buena Park, and there will be probably 5,000 eggs spread out all over the lawns, and it will be divided up by age group, and kids go crazy hunting for those eggs. And so that's the most recent one coming up. And then in May, our police department and City Hall always has an open house, which is very popular, police car rides and other things.
And we wish you a lot of success for that. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. More Local Editions on YouTube and the California channel. I'm Leslie Leyton.